Hey people, Carlos Fugazzi here. Today, I will be recapping the latest episode of the ABC series Take the Money and Run. Don't worry if you haven't seen the episode yet, this recap is spoiler free. For those of you who haven't seen Take the Money and Run, let me give you a little background on how the show works. Two contestants are given a suitcase full of $100,000 and they have 1 hour to hide it wherever they want. Then, two police officers are tasked with finding the suitcase, and they are given the help of two interrogation specialists. The police have 48 hours to find the suitcase. If they find it, they get to keep the money, but if they can't find it, the money goes to the contestants. In the latest episode, here are the two contestants, two extremely large men, and yes, they are lovers. And here are the police officers. At this point, I'd like to point out that I actually had to watch this episode twice because the first time, I spent the whole episode masturbating to the female officer. So, you're a fat guy with a suitcase full of money that you have to hide. What do? You go get some cupcakes. After they've had their fill of cupcakes, they called a friend and asked if they could hide the case at his house. He agrees, and they put it on a shelf behind some board games. Then they drove to the beach for a roll in the sand. At first I thought they went there to have sex, but they only went there to try and throw off the police officers. Once their hour was up, they were incarcerated at the police station, and they cried. The female interrogator decided she was going to bond with the one guy and try and befriend him so that he'll tell her where the case is. He sang to her, they talked, and then he cried. Then the interrogators go visit the other contestant in his cell, and let me tell you, they grilled him for a while, and then they left. And he cried. After being locked in there, he starts to freak out, and he cries. Finally, he requests to meet with the investigators. He tells them he can't take it anymore and reveals the location of the briefcase. And then he cries. The police officers go and get the case, and they win the game. But the best part of the show was when the one contestant found out the other one whisked out and quit. He cries, and then they cry together. I'll tell you, if I were a homosexual, I would be pissed at this episode. It portrays gay men as feminine, weeping flamers. I think I'm about to cry. Recap over, pop it out.